There are over 10 million global Amazon sellers who have set up their account. To put that into perspective, there are more Amazon sellers than accountants, construction workers, and truck drivers combined in the United States. Now listen to this. Only 2 million of those are actively selling today, meaning that 8 million sellers either quit or failed. That is a very intimidating statistic, especially if you're someone looking to sell on Amazon. But there's good news. Over the past 6 months, I've researched why sellers are failing and reflected on my own Amazon business to come up with 5 reasons why most end up failing their business. If you apply these 5 tips that I'm about to share with you and use it as your foundation for your Amazon business, there's no doubt in my mind that you are going to be the one who succeeds. Let's go. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips on why most people end up failing their Amazon business so you can go ahead and prevent this within your own business. So the first mistake that sellers end up making is by not branding their products. If you're new to Amazon, this means that you're not going through the trademarking process and ultimately the Amazon brand registry process to give your product or your product line an actual brand name. So listen to this. 59% of Amazon sellers use the private label method, which includes branding, in which they create their own product or brand. If the vast majority of sellers are using this business model, then it's a pretty obvious indicator that it's working the best. Now, why is branding just so important? First, branding allows you to build trust with your customer. Consumer trust is vital to your product's success. Think of the last time you went to the grocery store or department store and you actually bought something without a brand name on it. Would you trust buying a carton of eggs called generic eggs or shampoo called generic shampoo? Heck no. If you have a brand name on your product, customers are going to trust you more than they would a generic brand. So it only makes sense that you actually go through the professional steps and begin branding your products. Also, if you register your brand with Amazon, you'll be able to unlock listing features that aren't accessible to those who do not brand. This includes enhanced content, or better known as A+ content, videos, and listing protection. Now you may be thinking branding is extremely difficult and it's only for major sellers out there. That is not true, and it's actually pretty easy to complete. With $250 and a good tutorial, check the cards, you can do this within just 1 day. Do not overlook doing this. Trust your branding. Second, you will fail your Amazon store and every single product that you end up launching if you do not estimate your costs correctly. What do I mean by cost? I'm referring to every single cost, every dollar that it takes to bring your product to life, have it transported to the customer, and every dollar and cent in between to get it there. I recommend using Amazon's revenue calculator, which will estimate your 3 most important costs: your FBA fee, referral fee, and costs of goods sold. My goal is to always have a plus 35% profit margin, meaning that I keep $3.50 for every $10 of revenue that I make. Before you make any investment into a product, make sure you realistically estimate these costs so you can avoid surprises. Third, along the lines of realistically estimating your cost, make sure you realistically set expectations for your product's success. Unfortunately, a lot of Amazon sellers on social media want to tell you how easy it is to become an Amazon seller and how you'll eventually become a 6-figure seller, quote unquote, with the purchase of their course. If you cannot see through the lies, know that most are doing this for their own financial benefit. It's actually pretty tough being an Amazon seller. I've actually gone ahead and failed more products than the ones that I've actually launched and succeeded that I still sell today. It's not an easy task. Set your expectations realistically and imagine that it's going to take months to a year to begin profiting consistently on a single product. You should focus on obtaining reviews and growing your brand before you even think about making thousands of dollars in revenue per month. By setting realistic expectations, it's going to allow you to persevere through those difficult times when most people just end up quitting because they're not able to achieve this unrealistic goal. Fourth, and the most popular reason, your product research is lacking. When I first got started selling on Amazon, I was selling products that I quote unquote thought were going to be great products, and I wasn't using data to validate that the market actually needed more sellers for that type of product. I used to spend days to make a solid investment into a new product and just blew my money away. Today, and after years of selling on Amazon, it now takes me weeks to months before I even invest a single dollar into a new product. Use popular tools like Jungle Scout to aid your research, and before you invest any money into these softwares, make sure that you know how to use them. There are plenty of tutorials, free tutorials on YouTube to educate yourself. Most importantly, find a product that is currently in demand and has long-term demand for months to come. And what I always like to focus on is to find a product that solves a problem for a customer. You cannot go wrong there. Finally, on to our last reason why people fail their stores, and is the top challenge for actually all sellers according to Jungle Scout's seller report for this year. It's because they're not focused on obtaining reviews and have very, very few. The number one way to grow your monthly sales in your search rank is to obtain high quality reviews. And the number one way to actually achieve high quality reviews is to ask your customer and make sure that your product solves a problem for them. This ties back into our fourth reason for finding a product that solves a problem. If you make someone's life that much easier by solving a problem they have, they're going to be way more inclined to support your business with a great review. Additionally, customers are 70% more likely to go ahead and leave you a review for that product if you ask them. Now, you cannot ask your customers to leave a 5-star review according to Amazon's fair review policy, but you could leave a note in each package asking for honest feedback on their purchase. You can also request the customer to leave a review 5 days after it has been delivered in Seller Central.